Hey guys, it's Darren. So the DJI Action 2, 1 week later, and unfortunately I've returned it. Now in this video I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of the Action camera and the reason why I sent it back. And it's nothing to do with overheating. So let's get into that video and I'll explain why. So for those news around here, the DJI Action 2 is an upgrade or a replacement of the DJI Osmo Action, which came out a couple of years ago now, and that was really similar of both design and also features to the GoPro. But what DJI have done, they've completely redesigned this Action camera, and we've now got a magnetic modular design. It's capable of up to 4K 120. You get accessories with this, so the screens just snap together, and I went for the dual screen combo pack, and this allows to have a front and rear facing screen, and then also allows you to input a memory card to increase your storage capabilities. So it all sounds good. So why did it actually send this back? So I bought this out of my own money, £455 in the UK paid for this. So it's certainly not cheap. It's literally on par with all the other Action cameras out there, just a little bit dearer than say the GoPro and the Insta360s, but it's in that price range, and that's for that dual screen combo. It's not out just yet, but you can get the power combo, which isn't going to allow you to have an extra screen, but it will give you some extra battery life, and that's going to be around about £100 less. So if you don't want two screens on it, you still want this Action camera by the end of this video, I would probably recommend picking that up and saving yourself some money. So the pros of this dual screen DJI Action 2 camera are, it's tiny, it's really tiny and lightweight. And the OLED screens on this, and the two OLED screens, are super bright, which means in bright conditions or at night time you can see what you're filming, and that's great. It's not like other Action cameras where you've either got no screen altogether or that the screens are really dim and you can't really see what you're filming, so that's a definite plus there. The magnets are really strong and they attach to the included attachment accessories really easily, so I really enjoyed using the necklace mount and also the swivel ball tripod mount as well, and this allows you just to snap on and then ready to go. Another great thing is once it's powered off, to turn it on it takes normally 2 to 3 seconds to power on, press record and away you go, so there's no hanging around, you're not going to miss any action as well, so that's also a good point. Now I also like the forward thinking by DJI. They've not just gone for that normal GoPro design, they've redesigned the whole Action camera. I would probably expect to see new firmware updates coming out for this, because DJI are always good at pumping out different features, so expect to see them. And also, will we see different modular attachments as well to get different features, maybe a 360 version? That would also be great. So with all these plus points, why on earth did I send it back? So it's simple for this reason. For me, an Action camera has to be something which I'm not afraid to take with me in those areas I don't want to take my phone. So I can be sure that if I drop this, it's going to be okay. I want to take it to those places where I'm hiking or on a mountain or on a jet ski or a bike. And if it falls off, I'm confident it was just going to be picked up and live to tell another tale and move on. Just like that's what you expect with Action cameras. The GoPro, my old GoPros have been dropped all over the place. You pick them up, they're strong, sturdy, and they live to carry on. The Action 2 doesn't give me that same confidence, and that lies the main problem and reason why I sent this back. It's really slippy, and the actual OLED screens, although they are stunning, have no protection on the side of them. There is no lip, so if you was to drop that, that screen is going to hit the ground first, and I imagine it's going to crack really easily. We've already seen Gene and Potato Jet dropped his off his FPV drone and it shattered. The Action camera, although it looks stunning, it doesn't seem really hard wearing, and it's slippy. So when I was doing my low light shots at night, I had my iPhone in one hand and I had the Action 2 in the other hand, and they were pretty much both as slippy as each other, and that isn't what an Action camera is meant to be. I'm meant to have this, and if I drop it, oh, it's alright, I can pick it up. So it means that you're going to then have to go and buy some kind of protective case for this, because I'm really assured that if you drop this, it's going to be pretty much game over. And for that reason, I would just use my iPhone. The iPhone takes better photo and video. It's not to say that the iPhone can be taken in all these different areas. It can't. That's why you need an action camera. But this action camera, as it is out of the box, it's too fragile for those action type adventures. But if you're happy to buy different protective cases for this, which is going to increase the bulk and the actual look of it, then you're going to have a really good action camera there. The quality that comes out of it in daylight and low light is really good. The low light performance is better than the GoPro, the sensor's bigger, it's a decent action camera. Now I've already got a couple of different action cameras, and this Action 2 was meant to combine all the different features from GoPro, from Insta360, and combine them into this brilliant all-in-one package that you just need with you. And it just didn't really live up to that hype, did it? The Insta360 Go 2 is absolutely tiny, smaller, magnetic, and cheaper. Yes, it's only 1440p, but because these action cameras have such small sensors, you're not really going to tell the difference. The X2 by Insta360 is a full 360-degree camera. It's got a rubber design on it. I've dropped this quite a few times and it is sturdy. You can use the invisible selfie stick on these Insta360 products, and then once you use this is now completely invisible. So they are cool at making those creative shots, and these are action cameras. The GoPro, it's been around for what, 10 versions now. It's a strong camera. Drop that, it lives on to tell the tale. And I feel this is what's happened. Just like the latest phones that we've got out there, they look absolutely stunning, don't they? The camera quality out of them is amazing. No matter whether it's Samsung, iPhone, Huawei, they're all brilliant. And the Action 2 has kind of followed that step too much, I feel. The Action 2 is stunning to look at. It's slim and slender. It looks beautiful with those OLED screens. But it's meant to be an action camera. Yes, the camera quality is excellent, but we've then lost that ruggedness and that ease of use, being able to take it in these places and drop it and pick it up and carry on. And that's what an action camera is meant to be. And unfortunately, the Action 2 out of the box doesn't live up to that expectation. In time, I'm sure we'll see different modules. I'd love to see a 360 module on this, and that will then compete with the X2, which is full 360. But these are going to be extra attachments you need to then go out and buy. I loved the original DJI Osmo Action. That was a complete GoPro competitor. It had the front screen on it. It still is a great action camera, and it was strong and sturdy. This looks amazing. It's got great features on it. The camera's great on it, but it's just not an action camera. It's just too pretty. So you're gonna have to buy different attachments. If you don't own any action cameras and you just want one, I still recommend it. It's still great if you're happy to invest in it. And that's what action cameras you are doing. Imagine if you had one of the original GoPros, you've probably got hundreds and hundreds of different accessories for it. And this is what is great. You can build up different accessories in time. So yes, Action 2 is great. You're gonna need some kind of housing on this for sure. So if you drop it, you want to get the waterproof housing so you can take it deeper than the 10 meters that you can out of the box. And the disappointment is if you want to use a mic attachment, you can only use wireless mics. There is no microphone attachment on this. But the plus point of this is that you can actually include SD cards, so you can increase the storage of this from the memory card attachment as well. So it's got good and bad. The overheating issue I am not bothered about at all, so please don't be put off by this. A lot of filmmakers I know, myself, I'd never ever record for continuous long times of 4K 120. So 4K 120 is meant to be slowing down that action when it's really fast moving. So say a car's moving past really fast, you want to just film it and then you slow that down in post. You're not going to be recording that car for 5, 10, 15 minutes all in one shot, are you? All of these action cameras, no matter which one you get, they're all tiny, they've all got thermal design issues, they've all got problems with cooling, so none of them for continuous shooting are great. It seems to be people are just jumping on this, that it's got this huge overheating issue, and don't be concerned about that. For normal recording, for up to probably 1 to 2 minutes of recording, then stop and start again, you'll have no issues at all. 4K 120, from the one actual screen, if it's say attached to the magnet on your chest, you'll get about 4 or 5 minutes of continuous recording, and when you've got them both together, about 8 minutes. 4K 30 and 4K 60, I got 40 odd minutes of continuous recording and 25 minutes of continuous recording. That is more than enough. You know, most memory cards will be full before you even reach that limit. So don't be put off by that. So mine's gone back for the reasons of the sturdiness, and I just don't want to invest more accessories for this camera when I've already got different action cameras and it doesn't live up to the hype of selling all these and just having the one action camera, which is the Action 2. So I would recommend for you, if you didn't have one at all and you're happy to invest, the Action 2 is still a great camera, and go and pick it up, but be prepared to buy some accessories, the different attachments, and you'll have a great action camera there. Or pick up this, which is the Insta360 ONE X2. Going to be doing some video lessons as well, and this basically out of the box is rugged, it's strong, and it's a 360 camera and a little bit cheaper. I'd recommend those two if I was to pick one. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. A like and subscribe would be excellent, it really helps us out, and we'll see you all very soon. If you want to check out the low light tests I did on the Action 2, I'll put it here on the screen. Take care, bye bye.